I'm opening the Brutfuner Macarons. They're a dupe set for the Holbeins, which is good because the Holbeins are incredibly overpriced outside of Japan. They're still fairly expensive in Japan from what I've heard, but they are ridiculously overpriced otherwise. I was able to stock these for a while. They were first unavailable on Amazon in Canada and only available through AliExpress, which I didn't feel safe buying from. But recently, about a year ago, they became available on Canadian Amazon. I've since stocked them until they went on sale for the lowest price. Recently, they finally went on sale for $31 Canadian, which is the best price I've ever seen, and I decided to finally get them. After doing much research, I found out they were incredibly good, and the only Brutfuner pencils to be this high quality. I hear they're quite soft and enjoyable to use. They're absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, they're beautiful, although there are some weird spelling errors, which I think is intentional so they don't get in trouble for duping the Holbeins too closely, or it could be a mistake that was made in the translation. I think it's more likely that it was intentional so that they don't get in trouble for exactly copying the Holbeins personally. I decided to show it this way because otherwise it would have taken a long time to show all the swatching. I'll ask you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you're really enjoying my content. After testing these glorious pastel pencils on various papers, I'd already drawn this opal silkenworm, a picture I need for my upcoming Great Tree book that I'm still working on. I decided because the opal silkenworm would be in pastel shades and rainbow, it was the perfect subject. Originally, I was going to transfer this sketch from my sketchbook onto a different paper. However, after testing these on the sketchbook paper, I found them to be amazing on this paper, so instead, I just darkened the sketch ever so slightly so some of the contrast would come from the pencil of the original sketch, and proceeded to color them in here. The opal silkenworm is basically a giant velvet worm that will be featured in my D&D 5e compatible book, which is currently being called under the code name The Great Tree Book. I have to say, not only are these pastel pencils visually gorgeous, but they are the best colored pencils I've ever used. They might be a dupe for a different brand. They might be a very low cost brand. You might be getting a lot for your money. However, the way they work, not only the way they look, but the way they lay down on the paper when I draw with them is my favorite laydown of any colored pencil I've ever used. It's very similar to Prismacolor, which is definitely one of my favorite colored pencils I've ever used, but for some reason it feels even better than that to me. Something about the laydown of these pencils is just magical. I wish I could buy more colors that weren't just pastel that were this make, but I've heard the other Brutfuner pencils don't feel or act the same way as the specific set, the Brutfuner Macarons. These pastel pencils are the best I've ever used, and I really do highly recommend them. Now, there was some breaking issues due to them being soft core, and I did have a couple pencils have cracked cores and sharpen a bit too much, so you do probably want to be gentle with them like you have to be with Prismacolor. They come very carefully packaged, and you need to know there will be some breaking issues. As soon as I get really low on a couple of the colors in this set, I'm going to start looking to buy another set, and I'm going to stock them again until I can find them on a good sale price. If I find them for a good price, I'm definitely buying more because I truly love these pencils. I'm still looking to invest in a couple other pastel pencil sets and other sets that aren't necessarily pastel to fill out my collection, but I'm always going to be waiting for when things go on sale or a particularly good price. I don't really have a lot of money to spend in the first place, but also it's better just to be patient and get the good deals if possible. I'm layering all the different colors. I find they layer and blend extremely excellently, as well as without hurting my hands or wrists very much, I can more easily lay down thicker color. I find every single color here absolutely gorgeous, and they blend incredibly well with each other. I'm able to make the opalescent pastel rainbow worm the correct way. I don't think I really could have done a better job even digitally than here. These pencils really were quite perfect for this task, and I'm very happy with the final result as well, as you'll see. Although I like many colored pencils a lot, I like the feel of these just slightly more than the Prismacolors, which I find to be a close second in terms of my favorite feel for laying down colored pencils. I also love the results and feel of Faber-Castell Polychromos and Derwent drawing pencils. I've also tried to mix those together with these and found no problem mixing them all together. And here's the finished artwork. Once again, that's all for this video. If you like my videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell to all notifications so you will know when a new video comes up. I aim for new videos every Wednesday, but sometimes life happens and things are delayed. I hope that you enjoyed this video and will see you with another one very soon.